Ugh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siphokazi William, and today I'm going to be sharing something, I don't know. A lot of people consider it like super personal, I guess. Like it's like not a topic that is easy to talk about all the time. But for me, I've just always been so open with it that it's only now that I'm like older that I realize that it's just such a sensitive thing to talk about. But yeah, so before we start the video, don't forget to like the video for support just in general, and comment your maybe coming out story or anything like that, anything related, anything LGBT related. If you want to request an LGBT related video from me, I'm open and willing to do anything. Well, not anything, but like, you know. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Okay, so to begin with, I wouldn't say I necessarily had a coming out story because I've just always been so open with it, like I said. But if I'm gonna give a background, I have always known, if I could say so. Like, I don't know, it's just I had a really weird experience. I think it's very unique or different from most other people that I know, and people do find it unique, because for me it's like I always knew I like girls. Like, I had this next door neighbor, I still remember her. I don't think she'll ever find me, but her name is Mishka. And her and I used to, like, you know, do some pretty interesting things together, and for me that felt completely normal. There was never that thing of, you know how everyone else plays housey with a guy, housey, like, you know, mom and dad type of thing. Yeah. I don't even know if it's called housey, but her and I used to play together, and then she had a cousin who was also a guy, and everyone thought that I had a crush on him, which I really didn't. Like, he was a cool dude and everything. I hope he's doing well, but I wasn't really like into him or anything like that. Like, even when the three of us would play the mom, dad and child game, I'd always want to be like the mom with her. Like, we'd be the parents and then he'd be the child, if you get what I'm saying. So it'd be like a lesbian couple with a son. Yeah, that's what I like always insisted on and stuff like that. So for me, it's just like growing up, I always knew. It was never like a revelation at any point. And then I guess when I actually started coming out would be in grade 8, because I was in one school. I like moved back to Cape Town, and the high school of the primary school that I was in, so you know how like you have like a primary school then has its specific high school that's like the same names, just like the high school version of it, like that. So the high school that like the high school of my primary school, which I didn't get to go to, I used to like stalk everyone in it basically on Facebook and stuff like that. And when I was busy stalking, I literally friended everyone like that was in that school. Like, if I saw in your profile that you were in that school, I would send a friend request, and a lot of them just accepted because I obviously had so many mutual friends in the school that it made sense, you know, because my friends obviously went to that school. And I came across this one girl, and I mean, she knows, like, if she's watching this video, she knows that I had like the hugest crush on her, you know. It was just one of those. She knows. So yeah, so I just came across her profile and I was like so intrigued, because at first when I'd first seen the pictures, I thought it was a guy, like, you know. Obviously she's a stud, so I just thought it was a guy. And then one day I remember they started school before I started school, I think, or something. But I was looking at like everyone's first day of school pictures, and she was wearing a dress, and I was so confused. So I just went around like asking all my friends, like, oh my gosh, is this person a girl or a guy? And they were like, no, she's a girl, but she's a hot girl and everything. And I was just like, like, I was intrigued, like, I liked it. And as the year went on, I like just developed this huge crush, which was like crazy because I didn't even speak to her. Like, it's not like I went and I jumped into her private messages or whatever. No, like, I didn't speak to her, nothing. I just developed this huge crush. So because I'm such an open person, and I just love to share and I don't like to share like really deep. I'm an open person in general. Like I can tell you just like the light things that I'm feeling. I don't really share emotionally, and I don't like to open up like that. But like I'm like, if something happened, you know, in my day, I'm very cool with sharing that or whatever. So I, in Cape Town now, happen to just want to share my huge crush with everyone. Like I remember I shared it with the guy that liked me at the time, my friends. Like it was such a huge deal. Like everyone knew that I was into this girl, and it was never crazy for me because no one ever like said, oh, does that mean that now you're into girls? Or no one actually ever questioned that. Like it was just like they were like, oh, okay. But I think a lot of people thought that I liked her because she looked like a guy, or you know, because she intrigued me in that sense. It was never like, people didn't really think, also because I'm very feminine, they didn't really think, oh, she might just, you know. So I did awkwardly send her a message. It doesn't matter, like me telling her that I'm into her, and she was like, but you're in Cape Town, but that doesn't matter, that's not part of the story. So yeah, so fast forward to the following year, I go, wait, this was in grade 9, I'm so backwards, sorry, this was in grade 9. So fast forward to the following year when I'm in grade 10 now. And then I went to the high school, or my primary school. Like I moved to Joburg for a year, which was pretty cool. And when I got there, around, I would say halfway through the year, I started dating this girl who used to sit next to me in class. The way we started dating was not like orthodox, I think, because I didn't really like her, but she liked me, and it just one thing led to another and stuff like that. So we started dating, and then this was when people really wanted to know, like, are you gay? Are you into girls? Like, what's going on? And a lot of the guys just concluded that I was hurt, like a guy broke my heart before that, which is crazy because when I met her, she was like my first ever actual dating person. Like she was the first person I ever dated. No one actually had broken my heart before that. It was just my choice, you know. Like I was attracted to females, and I was okay with it, and it wasn't weird for me, and you know. So it's only then that I started to realize that people like want an answer, like, what are you? Are you bisexual? Are you, you know, like it was a whole bunch of stuff. And to be quite honest, to this day, I don't label myself yet, because I'm also, I wouldn't say, I am unsure. It's actually crazy because I had this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine, but I'm still trying to figure it out, which is okay also. It's okay to still try and figure it out, because I know a lot of people, they want to know, like, are you for sure lesbian, or are you for sure straight? And in my case, I can't say I'm for sure, you know, with everything, because of just where I am and just how I feel, and you know, all those things. So it's okay if you're still questioning, or you don't want to label yourself, because I think there's also a super negative connotation about being bisexual, that I don't want to necessarily like put myself under that category, because then people start to think like you're double dipping into both genders at the same time, type of thing. Sorry. Yeah, people start to think that you're like double dipping into both genders at the same time, which is just not true. I mean, it's not true for everyone. So I just try and stay away from that particular label. Anyway, so this is a time when like a lot of questions came up, and to most people I would just be like, I'm into girls, and I'd leave it at that. When I moved back to Cape Town, I was dating a guy, and then we broke up. And when I got to Cape Town, I started dating another girl, but then we broke up as well. So I was just in between the two. Like I had like this whole thing where I was like, I would never like maybe while I'm with a guy be with a girl or stuff like that, like, you know, that type of thing. I wasn't always good at it, because with me, it's like when I'm with a guy, I always really want to be with a girl, but when I'm with a girl, I don't want to be with a guy at all. Like my preference, I don't know if I can say it like that, but my natural preference is towards females. So when I got to Cape Town, it was, a lot of people were just like, oh, okay, you date girls, you're into girls, like that's super cool, that's, you know, sexy, whatever. Like a lot of people were just like, oh, that's, you know, that's like cool and whatever, you know. It was never a big deal. And then the year that I was doing matric, my final year, just before I was going to move to Joburg for school, basically, I started talking to a girl, and it became quite intense, like how we interacted and stuff like that, and the phone bill went up and all that stuff. So it got to the point where my parents are like really questioning, and you know, but I feel like they have always known, but you know, not really wanting to say it and stuff like that. So one night, which I think is like my coming out to my parents part, is one night I was watching Ellen. Well, my mom was like leaving the TV room and I was going there so I could watch my recorded Ellen episodes, which I was obsessed with Ellen DeGeneres at this point. So I was going in to watch it and I put it on. Then my mom was like, I want to ask you something. And then she was like, are you lesbian? Which before she had like hinted, and I remember the one time she hinted at it, I literally, or hinted at the question, I ran away. Like I physically like ran away because I wasn't ready to just answer it. Like I said, I've always been super comfortable with it, and I can talk to friends, I can talk to people I don't know, like I can talk to a whole bunch of people that I haven't, you know, I don't know that seriously. I can tell them about it very open. But with your parents, it's like, you know, they just they had a life that they imagined for you, and you just don't want to maybe ruin the fantasy that they had. So that was my thing, and I didn't know. I know that my parents are pretty open because they were pretty chilled with like my half older sister. She's fully lesbian. Like they were pretty chilled with her, but I was just like, I mean, two girls in the household that are gay, I mean, how should they feel, you know? So eventually that same night I was like, I'm not lesbian, but I don't want to say I'm bisexual and stuff. And we had a young conversation about it, and she was like, oh, okay, I'm just scared for you because of like all the things that happen to girls who are gay, like the violence and things that I think it was a couple years before then that there was a lot of violence towards girls who were like lesbian and stuff like that, but it was mostly towards studs, I would say. But yeah, she just said, I feel scared for you because, you know, the world honestly does judge gay people. There might be a lot of accepting people. Like in my case, a lot of people have been accepting, but I think it's because I'm so feminine that they don't fully believe it, or they just think it's a phase, or they just think it's really hot because I'm feminine, and I'm very feminine, and sometimes I do like to go for feminine goals. So they just, you know, it's just like a cute little fantasy for them. So they've been very accepting of that, and they've been very cool and stuff. But I would also say a lot of people my age are a lot more chilled with it, a lot more exposed to LGBTQA plus people. So that could be it as well. But then I don't want to speak for people and say that they're completely okay with it. So yeah, so when I got to first year, I was with the same girl that I was talking to and everything, and obviously it would come up, like a lot of people would ask like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? And I'd be like, no, I am with a girl and stuff like that. So obviously they'd ask a lot of questions, what are you? And I've always just been like, I am what I am. I don't feel like labeling it. People would just be like, oh, so you're bisexual, and if that's what they want to say, good for them. It's not what I generally call myself. So, you know, it's like your thing. If you want to put a label on something and that makes you happy, that satisfies your lifestyle, you go ahead and do that. But it's not what I am agreeing with or what I'm going with. So, you know, whatever. And yeah, and later that year as well, I did get with like a whole bunch of girls. So I think a lot of people just went to the assumption of, no, she's just fully into girls. Because my first year, I really didn't get with any guys. Most of the year, it was just like one guy, and then it was just like girls, like a whole bunch of girls. This is obviously after the girl and I had broken up. So a lot of people just took it to, okay, well, she's really gay and stuff like that. So last year, when I started dating my current boyfriend, a lot of people were very, very like confused, but a lot of people just didn't question it. So I think a lot of people went ahead and said, no, last year was a phase and stuff like that, which it wasn't, obviously, because I've really been into girls like my entire life. And yeah, so that is my sort of coming out story, my coming out life, my just how I've been being into girls and guys. Yeah, I'm just, honestly, I'm still growing with it. I'm still trying to figure it out fully, because it's just I'm in a weird space where I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. It's weird, but yeah, it's just, it has no label. It's just who I am. I'm pretty much comfortable with the fact that I'm into both girls and guys. I'm very much okay with that. That is just something, it's actually something that I have always just been cool with, like that I've always just loved. Like it's always been amazing for me, because I find so much beauty and I admire the female body so much as well, you know. So it just, yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you sound a bit gay from this video, but no, I'm still growing. That's what I'm gonna call it. So yeah, if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If, like I said, if you guys want anything LGBT related for me to do a video on, or have any ideas that you want me to do comment them down below. And your coming out story, I want to read them, or your experiences. If you've ever, like, if you're a femme who people just don't believe you're fully lesbian, or you're still questioning, or you're bi, or anything actually, if you're a guy who's questioning anything, just comment down below. Let's have a young chat. I will be replying to all the comments. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this, or you learned from it, or you learned more about different kinds of people that are out there in the world. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Ready, as you can see, but I'm on my way to Cornell Walk. My mom's like looking at me. What? I'm on my way to Canal Walk. I feel like I look a little bit orange in this light. I don't know why. But I'm on my way to Canal Walk. I guess I'll vlog a bit more when I am there.